and canopy that belts on my waist. Drinking up dust in python stallions. Sharpest cowboy about the place, a place.
Some people told me that these things, outlet covers, be pretty popular. So yes, exactly. So this is what we're looking at here. So yeah, we'll maybe fit some up like these brass panels. That's pretty cool. All right, I see the objectives. That's even neat right there. So yes, we have our caliper and our first piece. I've already measured the rectangle it's going to be that I need to make it anyways. So we're going to use a center square because two reasons. The screw hole goes in the center on this one, and this one is 69 by 112.85. 112.85 right there. Well, and tab for 69. Now we'll make all of our measurements from the center. That way our outlet things will be right, even if our edges aren't perfect. So right there in the center, I first need a $4mm hole with put our 4mm hole. And now mind you, we're just drawing stuff in. We can project our sketch or whatever we have to do with our sketch later. Alright, and then scientifically, geometrically I suppose, we're going to call that a 34mm circle. Oh, and it is I'm going to call that 19.75. So we're going to go up with a 19.75, we said. That is a dotted line, a construction line, folks. I'm sorry. Okay, and we're going to make another one the other way, right? 19.75. Okay, and now right away, I don't like these construction lines. They tend to cause problems when you're grabbing other lines and whatnot. Alright, and then what did I say our circle was? Let's try that again. So we pull it out and we measure our circle. And we could do it the right way, I suppose. Oh, I need more. So we'll call it, yep, 34mm circle. So then we grab our circle tool. We make sure our construction line's turned off because we want an actual line right here. And we want another one of those down here. And then from the center, what we'll do is make ourselves another rectangle at 29mm rectangle that goes all the way through that, and I will show you. what I mean. We need this, and I need a center one. And we need to get all the way through here, and then we need to be 29. Whoops, not 290, 29. Alright, and then what we can do here, boom. Alright, now we can turn on our cutting tool here. Take that out, 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 that out, take that out, and take that out. Oh, and then looks like this right here happens to be a problem. Maybe not. This way it's grabbing me. Okay. And I'm pretty sure we can delete these two. Maybe not. Might not let us because it's holding that dimension. Okay. So then we're going to do the same thing over here. Did you say 29 for sure? Oops. Wrong rectangle. Well, you always got to come over and switch this. It's always going to start with a 90-degree. And again, it don't really matter. As long as you're 29 and through the whole thing, your cutting tool is going to do the rest of the work. You're just going to chop off the parts you don't need. And there you have it. So now, with this done, as we E button for extrude, as we extrude, we're just going to come up, I gotta measure our thickness. I'm going to go 5.5 on it, 5.5. Lose all them edges nice and okay. So the only real face we're going to round is up top. And it doesn't even round that. Alright. So we're actually just going to round this very edge first. And if we go past the edge, then we're going to be damaging things as far as that's all you're looking for right there. Alright, first we're going to cancel that. The first thing I should have been doing here, folks, is we got to rename this. And this is just regular outlet cover. 2 plugs. Alright, and the next thing we're going to do, folks, always, we're going to copy this thing and paste it. We can leave it right there, and then we'll just turn it off. Now we have that. That is our initial. This is where we're starting. This is a guaranteed good jig. Call it a jig because I can't think of any other word right now. But it's a good start every time. So now, if we want to just make a basic one, right? We'll just curve these edges like I was telling you. And it should go down right about the, I'm going to say right about the same 5, maybe a little more, 5.5, 5. Oh. Could make it very, very tight in there. That's a different style right in itself. Try this at like 23 once and see what it looks like. Huh. And then what we're gonna do here is, yeah, watch this. I hit the wrong button. Darn it. This is the button I meant to hit. Oh, how did that happen? That's too far. What did we do? Where's our numbers? 4. That's why. We went a little too far there. We wanted actually just this side. So we're going to edit that feature. We're going to call it negative 3.6. Wow, it's still, we're just going to extrude it back out. 0.8. See what that brings us. Alright, let's try 0.6. We just want a small ridge there. Not ridge, really. I don't know if I'm explaining it right. I know what I'm getting at, but you might not. There we go. What it's really going to do is just give it that extra bracings. And then, the last thing we have to do to this one, modify with a chamfer. This is not a rounded edge. This is a chamfer because and that should have, yes, great. And then one little touch I'm going to do to all of mine is that little lip that I made, I can in fact put a little rounding on there for when the outlets slide into it. And when we go 0.1, only let me do 0.6, I'll go 0.4. I might have to do just the edges because it'll give me 0.2. We can do 0.2. 0.25, quarter curve, alright, perfect. 0.25 worked. Again, I just wanted to give it that little bit of curvature right there for when it slips in. Well, what could we call this one? It's much more curved than this one. It does have about the same 5mm off the thing. Should work identical. So how about we call this elegant? And we will. I guess we'll fancy it up, won't we? Let's bring it into our rendering. Now you can render right there too. Well, you can't render. I'm sorry, but you can. Well, we're gonna change our background color right away. All right. And what we'll do is we'll bring cleaning up our appearances. And we'll get into our plastics. And we got ABS white. We got translucent matte. We got resin. I got carbon fiber mixed already. They're coming up with some good ones to give us, well, what they consider the proper textures. I mean, I'm not going to say it's all working great, but I'm going to go there. And we're going to duplicate that just for fun, but we're going to edit this one a little bit because we want this to be a gold. And we are doing complete bodies. Yep, there you go. And we can do faces, so we could. No, we want to undo that because, hey, I forgot that. But anyways, yeah, we want to switch to faces here because I remember we were just gonna do that one. That is a face. I'm not sure why it's not letting me grab it. Alright, we're back. To make these even better, I've come up with another idea. And always, folks, this is my Sunday morning. Well, afternoon now, but I didn't go to church today. A little under the weather, but not terrible. I still have to work. But anyways, so in designing, I was like, these things are going to be pretty dull unless I do something pretty fantastic here. So, new idea, but the easiest one is not going to be the double outlet because that cuts a large hole out of everything. So what we're going to do is go back to alright, and then we're going to do this one because it doesn't cut as much out of the pictures, so I can learn faster with more leeway. So in the center we need a rectangle, that is. I'm going to go 24.35 by 11. 24.35 by 11. Okay, what I did there, folks, is I typed in the 11 on my first square, then I hit the tab button, and then I typed in 23 or 24.35, and I hit enter. Now the light switch hole is there. Okay. Now, screw holes. This is a little harder because I'm not taking the time to mark out dead center on this thing, so. But we're going to say 29 from up there is our 4mm hole. So then what we do is we go with a straight line, we make it a construction line. And what did I just say? And then do another one this way. Then we get our circle and we turn the construction line off. And we have a 4mm circle. Alright. Outlet number 2. Blank is done, so let's get it in its home position. And what are we doing now? That's right. This is single switch outlet blank. That means this is our original. And of course, right away, copy, click in the board anywhere in there, and paste. It'll pop up with these little things here. This thing over here, you can move it around. You can click on this button and put it 200mm that way. And there it goes. But we don't want to do that, so we'll put that back to 0. And say OK. Then we'll just turn off our blank. Yes, this is blank 1 right here. So this is our original. So here's our blank 1. Now, I got a couple of ideas. First thing we're going to do is kind of put an elegant little frame around this thing. I don't know about elegant, but we're going to give it a try. First thing we're going to do is draw right on the object. And we're going to offset some lines here. Oh, yeah. And then we're going to, let's go negative. Let's go that far, right? Sure. Then I'm going to do something a little bit. And yes, this is very intentional, because this will give me 4 different Alright. Finish sketch. Now I'm going to find out if this works the way I want it to or not. I don't think I needed to no, I did. Alright, cancel. I think I first need to do negative 2.5. Alright. Yeah, my lines didn't do quite what I wanted them to right there. I think I could still make them do that, but I would have to offset everything a little bit first. But right here, let's just try this. Oh, that's almost beautiful. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. That's all we're getting out of it. I would have to say. Well, let's edit it just a little. We're gonna have to. It's gonna have to give us whether it wants to or not. It's gonna have to, and it does. Okay. And it did put our lines back in there, which is exactly what I was hoping for. And now, this is where it gets tricky. That worked. Oh, we'll do quick, like, so we know the 2 millimeters is probably gonna, but we want that support. But I'm not gonna, yeah, we are gonna negative 0.6, so that's not leaving us much there. And the other thing we're gonna do, make sure all of our things here and that should give us what we need for your average. Right here you can do this also if you're designing these yourself. Here's a little trick. If you chamfer this edge, just a regular chamfer, don't try to modify it at all. Equal distance, one distance, go like one, see what happens. Did it do it? Can't see. It doesn't look like it did, so that might be too much. There it goes. So then let's do 0.6. And you probably get 0.8 out of it too, just not quite the 1, but there you go. That'll give you a little extra play on the side of your thing without ruining your edge completely. So now we have this beautiful frame in here, right? What do we do from here? You're wondering. Now, I know a few tricks that will allow So now we're going to try to render this with that. We turn off our canvas. We don't want a canvas, we want a decal. Alright, insert it from here. Yep, dangerous. There. Alright, brings it upside down for us. Not very nice of it, but it's alright as you can see. Whoa, I don't know what that's all about. Cancel. Something went wrong. Alright. Didn't know we had to do that. That's awesome. Alright, figured that out. Maybe. Very tricky. Alright, so. Alright, we're going to go over here. We'll try that. It's so strange that it struggles to let me do that. Wonder if it's, alright. Okay, so that's the secret, folks. You bring it in much bigger than needed. And you try to shrink her down the same. Yeah, I don't know. What will happen during or in the actual design, this picture will be cut out. And that's what I think I'm going to have to do. It keeps trying to grab it there for some reason. So, we're going to go back to our design. We're going to get rid of our decals. Maybe right, so can we Oh, this sketch, does that help? Extrude the picture, you silly goose. Alright. So yeah, it's not going to work the way I want it to right here. What'll have to happen is I design the rest of the plate and I have to print you guys. That's all there is to it. We'll see what it can look like, but I'm not sure how to get all them glitches out of it on here. I can't seem to size it perfectly. So alright, so here we go. I need it to be alright. So now I know how big the print has to be. And I know where the circles will be. So we get back out of here. Honestly, I suppose what I could do what it does allow me to do here is we'll go back to rendering and we'll pull this up. We'll duplicate this and turn it brown. Alright, then we're going to go to faces and we're going to use our gold. We're going to get our frame. Right, and we got a gold frame around it, around the wood. Or we could make it wood, or make it gold and put a wood frame around it. Totally up to you, but it would be, I mean, I could sit here and design just these all day long, hundreds and hundreds of different colors. And if you want, you could color these faces too, but do you want to? I don't know. Everything else appears to be done. So, now what you have to do is be able to understand this. Will be a frame with a picture in it right here. I'm going to call this single switch frame, single switch picture frame. Outlet cover. And we are saving it, not there. Oh, I already see a flaw. It's alright though. We got her. We got her. Fixed it, guys. Honestly, we can do this for you too. But this doesn't get much. The last one. It should have kept that them lines highlighted, but it didn't. Not doing a lot right here. Maybe 6. Let's see what 6 looks like. There you go. Okay, now. We can quickly do a re-render. There it is, fixed. So we'll shoot us out another pick. Okay. We'll go right in the folder and just rename this one like that, and then it just covers it up. Alright, so what we are going to do is get back to designing, and then I'm going to export this thing STL and single switch picture frame. And yes, we're going to send it right there. Okay, now I'm going to get to printing, and I'm probably going to record that too, but until then I need a cup of coffee. From the Haven to you, if you are watching, thank you.
Enemy the belts on my waist, kicking up dust in python stallions. Sharpest cowboy about the place, a place.